gorgeous, beautiful woman, or welcome to your sacred revolution. This is a woman's path to love, power, and sensual enlightenment. And I look forward to being your guide to helping you explore my new latest book, Sacred Revolution. This is a really valuable book for women. It's a book about helping you to understand the path of love and why this is an important journey for you to master so that you can master your life. I really believe we're the keepers, the creators, and the keepers of love. And we're here to have an extraordinary, dynamic love affair of life. And there are many ways that you can do that. So I'd like to explore what this book offers chapter by chapter, petal to petal for you, so that you can have a greater experience of it. Because I know I like to read things, but I also like to have an auditory understanding of it, and also a little bit of an activation. So at the end of this talk, I'm also going to do you a sensual enlightenment activation so that you can really wake up your sexual energy as a sacred force, so that you can return back to being your soulmate, so that you can really master your life. So for those that don't know me, my name is Vanya Silverton. I've been an energy healer and a spiritual teacher for over a decade. I've helped hundreds and thousands of people progress on their spiritual path. Most of the women I've helped, most of the people I've helped have been women. And you know, this is why this work is very, very dear to me, because I believe that the female body is super magical, super amazing, highly intuitive, extremely sensual, but extraordinarily powerful. And we need to return back to that power, that very magical part of ourselves that can really, you know, transform our lives when we do. And I didn't really understand this path about the female path before. And I'm talking like beyond the goddess path or the divine feminine path, or, you know, the masculine feminine stuff. You know, I'm talking about waking up the consciousness of the female body so that she can experience heightened states of enlightenment. Because we're on a spiritual quest, people, you know, whether we like it or not. On a deep soul level, we're here to master our lives with love. We're on a spiritual quest to keep awakening and becoming more enlightened and more aware and more conscious, so that we can create more extraordinary things, but also so that we can receive more love and abundance, because we're raising our frequency and our vibration constantly. And I didn't quite get that until I had this extraordinary awakening in the rainforest quite a few years ago. And I literally went back home to Australia, where I'm from, and I literally felt the earth energy come up to me, and the earth's energy goes up, like it helps trees grow tall, you know, we call it the Shakti or whatever in some Indian philosophies. I felt that earth energy come into me, into my sexual palace, and it ignited my sexual energy, and it pushed my sexual energy up through my body. And I had this massive Kundalini awakening, a massive sexual awakening, where my sexual energy opened up my heart chakra, and I felt love coming out of it. It opened up my mind, my consciousness. I felt my whole energy just raise and connect to the entire universe. I literally felt so orgasmic with all my sexual energy moving through me. I obviously fell in love with myself. I felt beautiful. I felt magnetic, but I was so in such an expanded, heightened, vibrant state that I felt the entire universe make love to me. I literally orgasmed with the universe, because there, you know, once you connect to that universal vibration of love, I literally like started to pull it back into me, just like you would, I guess, making love to someone, you pull their energy into you. Likewise, I was pulling the energy of the entire divine universe, the great energy of love, into my body with my sexual energy. I orgasmed for 8 hours. I had orgasms everywhere: my ears, my nose, my toes, my fingers, Kundalini orgasms, soul orgasms, heart orgasms, the whole bit, multiple body orgasms, with just me in the universe, you know, just because it's an energetic experience. And I orgasmed so much that I ended up getting my periods the next day. Must have changed my hormones. I got it 8 days early or 10 days early. And then I was orgasming with the universe for the next 2 weeks, just riding these beautiful orgasmic waves of love, you know, the universe making love to me. And it was really beautiful. And then 2 weeks later, I conceived my daughter, which is in my book, Sacred Revolution, A Woman's Path to Love, Power, and Sensual Enlightenment. That's part of the opening chapter. And I had this really beautiful experience. And then, unfortunately, 9 months later, I had to have a cesarean. I was after an orgasmic birth, didn't get that. Had to have a cesarean. It broke my heart. I tell you, I literally felt like my sexual energy collapsed. My heart broke in two because I wasn't able to give birth to my child. I felt like I felt really destroyed as a woman, that I couldn't give birth to my child. I felt, you know, once the sexual energy collapsed, I felt ugly, I felt depleted, I felt entangled inside again. I felt depressed, anxious, and I went on a journey to rebuild it all back again. Because, you know, sometimes we have awakenings and the universe chops us down so that we rebuild ourselves back, and we understand how to hold that and cultivate it with our own abilities, you know. And so I went on that journey, and this is what this book is all about. It's about helping your female body move into enlightenment, for it to awaken, to claim your sexual energy as a sacred force, and how that can revolutionize your life. And yeah, I'd like to take you on a journey with this book right now, because it is a gift. It's a gift that I think every woman should read, obviously. But the work here is really going to help transform your life. I look forward to taking you on this gorgeous, gorgeous journey of what this book represents, what this book is, and how it can help your life. So whether you have a copy or not, let's dive into it. So the book begins, right, with Sacred Revolution, A Woman's Path to Love. It begins with the journey of, in the introduction, about who women truly, truly are, how magical we are, how sensual we are, and how that's been broken from us through time, through religion, through all of those things. And it's up to us women to return back to this sensually enlightened, magical, empowering, very healing, transformative state. Because our body, gorgeous women, is this amazing vessel that can harness the powers of the heavens, that can harness the energy of love. And I truly believe that women are the keepers and the keepers and the creators of the path of love, where we really uphold love. And I think a lot of the big tragedy that happens in our world is when a woman is denied her healing abilities, her ability to love, her ability to create harmony in the home, when her abilities to be the elder or the guider of man has been taken from her, that position, and where she's been dismissed from very important roles in society for many centuries. And you know, we need that divine female facet in our lives. And what's happened is it's obviously crippled women, but we need to claim that back, ladies. We need to claim that power back so that we can start to help the world on a greater level. And then the next section goes into my awakening, which I just you know, told you about. And then the first chapter is about the 6 pillars of sensual enlightenment. And the 6 pillars of sensual enlightenment refer to, number one, that a woman is that she is the keeper of the path of love. Like, love is your origin and love is your destination in every single situation. And we're here to master love. And the second part is that we need to love ourselves more than anybody else can. We must learn to become our own soulmates. And it's from that position that we get strong in ourselves, that we get strong in who we truly are in this world. You know, we love ourselves more than anybody else can. We become unshakable to our core with our own self-esteem, with our own power. And that only comes from you choosing to be your own soulmate first. So I'd like you, let's do this together, is just feel into the first alignment, which is that you come from love. Love is your origin, love is your destination, and love is the experience of every single situation, and that you're here to return love. So I just want you to, number one, move into that. And number two, I'd like you to move into the alignment that you are here to be your own soulmate first, to be your own soulmate first, to be the one that loves you the most, is the second alignment that you must move into. And the third alignment I invite you to move into is that your sexual energy is a sacred force that can be used to strengthen your body, a sacred force that can be used to support your system, your health, your beauty. Your sexual energy is a sacred force which can help your physical energy become stronger, you know, when you start to learn to transcend it up through the body. And, you know, sexual energy helps to keep us in present time. It also helps to pull the love vibration that exists inside of us into our physical body and into the physical world, so that we can have the experience of being made love to by life, or having a dynamic love affair with life, you know. So that's how powerful the sexual energy is. The The fourth alignment is that you must heal. When your sexual energy awakens, when you choose to become your own soulmate, all your mud is going to come up to the surface. So the lotus must transcend from her mud. And your fourth alignment is that you must love all your inadequacies. You must love all the negative and mean and jealous and distorted and shadow parts of you. You must love the parts of you that have been crippled by your mother, your father, your society. You must love yourself until you heal and you transcend that which cripples you, because you can no longer, gorgeous woman, be a victim in your life. You can no longer be distorted by the path that you've walked on before you, or all the women that have walked the path before you. You can no longer be crippled. You've got to heal it. You've got to transcend it. The lotus must transcend from her mud, and that brings an extraordinary power to you when that takes place. So, and I know a lot of you have done this. I know a lot of you have started this healing journey. And so I just want to acknowledge the journey that you've taken to get to here today, and also know that there's probably going to be more stuff to shift, change, and heal as you keep up leveling yourself to the highest version, so that you keep up leveling yourself so that you can create more love and abundance in your life, where you up level yourself until you realize that you deserve more. And when a woman recognizes that she deserves more, her self-esteem increases and her ability to receive increases, because finally she understands her worth, and the universe must match her worth. So that is the fourth alignment. The fifth alignment, okay, is that once you heal yourself and you're your own soulmate, then you go on this journey of loving another person. And to have lots of soulmates in your life is an extraordinary experience. And we learn to not only master love with ourselves, but with other people. And I'm talking about, love gives birth to many virtues, and we must learn to master our spirituality and our maturity and our ability to create harmony and great things with other people. And this is how, love keeps the world, in motion. And we need to learn to master love with other people, whether they be work colleagues, partners, lovers, children, whatever. This is part of the goal. And the sixth alignment is that you must start to remember, and I invite you to move into this now, that you have the power to shift, change, and up level every single aspect of your life. Like I said, you're no longer a victim. You are a powerful vortex, a vortex that can shift and change the environment. You're here to upgrade everything around you so that it comes in alignment to your truth. And that is the power of the healer, the priestess within you. That is the power of the entrepreneurial businesswoman that's within you. That is the power of the queen that's inside of you. And we must start to embrace all of those qualities, and to know that we have the power to transform every single aspect of our life. And that is amazing power in itself. So they're the 6 pillars of sensual enlightenment. And so the book starts to unpick all of that at a deeper level. And then we kind of go into, on the second chapter, is how extraordinary your female body is. Because, hey, this whole experience of sensual enlightenment, your sacred revolution, comes from your female body. It comes from you acknowledging your breasts and your nipples and your womb space and your yoni and your vagina, and your ability to create and your ability to experience pleasure and feel and sense. It is all about you honoring every single curve of your body and opening up the gateways of pleasure, so that you feel that the universe is starting to reflect your worth back to you. This journey begins when you acknowledge how gorgeous and magical your female body is. And sometimes we have to do things to help wake up the magic of our female body. And, that's all part of the gorgeous journey. So that's why, I often say breast massages are really important. Doing some jade egg exercises are really important. Self-care is super, super important. Super, super important. And then the third chapter goes on into exploring what is love. Like, if love is your path, what is it, right? What is this thing that we call love? And so I explore with you the 13 virtues of love, because love gives birth to many virtues. And you need to understand what love is. Like, what is love at the core? How do you experience it? How do you exchange it with somebody else? How does it complete you? What are the movements of love that you need to move into? And that is the third chapter. The fourth chapter is all about then riding the orgasmic waves of love, right? Because yes, love can be this concept, right? But it's not until we birth love through the body, It's not until we learn to open up our body to be a vessel, a gateway, a conduit for the universal vibration of love to flow through us, is when we can gift it to the world, is when we can gift it to our partners, is when we can gift it to those around us. But yes, love is a masterful energy, but it's also a physical experience. And so I explore and help you to open up how to ride the orgasmic waves of love through your body, right? So that you feel love passing through every single cell. And the byproduct of that is an orgasmic response, right? Yeah, we're kind of taught that orgasms, right, are in our genitals, or when we're with a partner, or I don't know, when we're, being intimate with ourselves. But really, when you train and up level your body, you can actually have spontaneous orgasmic results, experiences. But this is the vibrancy of a vibrant, healthy woman, that she can allow her body to just be in this orgasmic state naturally. And, this is what gives you that spring in your step. This is, you can have an orgasm spontaneously on the dance floor. Maybe you've had these experiences. You can have an orgasm in your ears, in your nose, in your mouth. You can have an orgasm through your whole sexual palace, your nipples. You can have a kundalini orgasm, which is this where the kundalini energy rises and moves through you, and you have this intense full body orgasmic response. You can have a soul orgasm. You can have an orgasm from witnessing someone else having an orgasm, and yes, we look at it technically usually from this arousal, from this sexual exchange between another person. But what I'm more fascinated with is up leveling your body, up leveling your female consciousness, so that you can ride the orgasmic waves of love through your everyday experience. And this is what's going to give you joy. This is what's going to stop the depression. This is what's going to stop you from feeling hungry, is because you're allowing love to pass through you. You're allowing love to pass through you. Now, of course, this whole experience of letting love flow through you to be an orgasmic experience requires your sexual energy to be a sacred force, which is why in chapter 5, right, in chapter 5, I go through and explore what is sexual energy, the many ways that your sexual energy can be cultivated, right? Because sexual energy, you can, like I said, we're moving beyond sexual energy of another person. You can learn to cultivate it in your own body. You can learn to let the earth energy cultivate your energy. Sometimes I've gone to sacred sites in the world and it's activated my sexual energy, because it's meant to wake up and help transcend my sexual energy into a sacred force. I also go into hormones and how hormones can stop the sexual energy from waking up. And most importantly in this chapter is a very beautiful ritual that helps you to claim your sexual energy as a sacred force. Because it's not until, and I invite you to do this, it's not until you choose to say that my sexual energy is a sacred force, that it becomes a sacred force. And so, gorgeous woman, I invite you to take yourself on a very gorgeous, potent journey, a ritual to claim your sexual energy as a sacred force. Super, super important. And then I teach you in chapter 6, the art of blossoming, how to make love and your sexual energy blossom through your body, and the different techniques you can use, like smiling, shining, breathing, movements, touch, and different awakening experiences. How to do it, but also the consciousness that it gives you. Because like I said, this is more than just a physical experience. This is an awakening from the perspective of the female body. It's an enlightenment from the perspective of the female body. And then in chapter 7 and 8, I go into, once, like I said, once you awaken, all your mud's going to come up, your emotions. So I teach you how to unlock your emotions, because women, we feel a lot, we are very deep emotional creatures. We feel anger, and we feel betrayed, and we feel hurt, and we feel sadness, and we feel so goddamn deeply, right? But nobody ever teaches us how to transcend those emotions. And nobody ever teaches us that actually our emotions are actually the beginning of how our intuition starts to develop, right? And if we learn to master our emotions, if we learn to move through our negative emotions and turn them back to the virtues of love, your intuition, your ability to understand the environment, to pick up different frequencies and senses begins to develop, because you are upgrading your emotional response from that very human tortured victim process and elevating its consciousness to returning back to its heightened state, which is more of an intuitive, emotional, sensual response of relating to the environment. So that's really super cool. In number 9, I really make a very big point of why it's important to become your own soulmate. And I'm sure you understand what that is on some level. And number 10 is all about the world of hearts. And I go through over 20 different soulmate experiences you can have. Why? Because, ladies, we're here to experience love, and not every person is able to give us the love that we need. And what I have found with women is that we're so desperate for the one to come and complete us that sometimes we misjudge relationships and we think that this person's the one. We're hoping that they're the one, but actually they're an abusive relationship. Actually, they're a narcissist. Actually, they're an addict. Actually, they're just a player. Actually, they're just after a fling. Do you know, maybe it's a karmic mate. And I've put this chapter in so that you can navigate relationships better. You need to be able to identify the type of relationship you're entering into before you enter into it, so that you know how to react, respond, and whether it's for you or whether you need to walk away from it before you even get your heart broken. Because we do get our hearts broken because on a very deep level, ladies, we're after love. We're after love so deeply that we're willing to have it with anybody. And yes, our soulmates teach us many things. And I also believe we have many different soulmate experiences to master love. And it's also for you to embrace the different soulmate experiences as well. Then in chapter 11, because you know what, our hearts get broken, I talk about the puzzles of love and how love gets destroyed in relationships and how you can help shift it and heal it. And I also talk about the ultimate heartbreak remedy, which is bringing your sexual energy up to your heart to help heal heartbreak. And then in chapter 12, we go on the union of sensual enlightenment. And I talk to you about how you can have sensual enlightenment with another person and how you can actually, without even penetration, and I think we should start doing this before we even have sex with someone, is actually learn to feel their sexual energy first, learn to draw their sexual energy into us. You can have an orgasm from your partner without them even touching you, just because you've allowed yourself and they've allowed you to harness and access their energy. And you can have some really beautiful experiences, much more subtle, much more enlightening, much more awakening, much deeper experiences if you learn to actually pull their sexual energy into you, pull their sexual energy up through your uterus into your heart. You know, a lot of women are after these like very localized orgasmic responses, or maybe you haven't even had any orgasmic responses from your partner. But if we learn to pull the sexual energy up, their sexual energy up through us, up to our hearts, up to our heads, up through our bodies, that's when we can have some really beautiful full body orgasmic experiences from our partner. But also, I wanted to make a point in this chapter that, you know, your partner is not the final destination for love. And we need to, gorgeous women, let our partners make love to us, but also open our being up so that the love vibration can move through our partners to make love to us. And it's all about being able to be made love to by your partner and the vibration of love at the same time. And that is going to give you a very amazing experience. I'm going to walk you through some ways that you can do that. But what that also teaches you, again, if you're choosing to be your own soulmate first, that there is a bigger universe, a bigger universal vibration of love that is always making love to you, regardless of what your partner is doing. That there is a bigger universal vibration of love that is always enlightening you and waking you up, regardless of how your partner is or isn't. And this is really important, because what can happen in relationships is that we get so over focused on our partner being this and that, and they have to be like this and they have to be like that. And then that can really like cripple the relationship, and then you get disappointed, and then it stops you from being your own soulmate and you get caught in this weird dynamic drama. But if you learn that your partner can make love to you, and at the same time, simultaneously, the entire universe is making love to you, it's going to change your concept and your awareness that there is a bigger picture and a bigger, more extraordinary game being played out than just the person in front of you. for your own spiritual evolution. So that book goes into more detail about that chapter, and also some little beautiful tips of how you can let the sun make love to you and the stars make love to you, and also how the entire universe can make love to you, how you can let all those energies move through you so that you have this beautiful experience of being made love to all the time. Because hey, there is nothing more beautiful than a woman in love, you know. And for a woman to be in love, it goes beyond being in love because someone else is making her be in love. You know, this is about you learning to be so in love with yourself, so in love with the universe being in love with you, that you always feel like you're in love. And that gives you a glow. It gives you a beautiful, beautiful glow. You know, and when you can ride your own sexual energy, when you can move it through your body and ride it and let your own sexual energy create orgasmic responses inside of you, you get a glow like no bronzer can give you. You get this radiating energy that is just magnetic in nature. You become more attractive, you become more alluring, you can light up every single room that you walk into. And that's a beautiful position for a woman to hold, you know, for a woman to hold. And then the last two chapters is about how to be a powerful magical woman, and how we're so powerful, but we're not letting the subtle gifts of the female's abilities of intuition, or the power of our words, or the power to weave energy to help move things into alignment with us. You know, underneath are all beautiful women. We're priestesses, we're witches, we're oracles, we're magical, we're deeply connected to the fabric of the universe. And it's about us returning back to that magic so we can create lasting change in our life. And that is the book, Sacred Revolution, A Woman's Path to Love, Power, and Sensual Enlightenment. So what I'd like to do now, I'm going to check on the chat how everyone's going. Hope you're up with me. I'm going to take you on a gorgeous journey through the Sensual Enlightenment experience. I want to open you up to have more soulmate experiences. And I also want to open you up to training your body to have more sensually enlightening experiences with life, with love, but also with your partner as well. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you learning to generate more love inside your body, to be able to generate more love inside your body. Okay, so how are we going? Any questions in the chat? Okay. All right. Michaela said she's read this book. It's very good and she couldn't put it down. Pretty says, I love this book and I read it because of this book. I chose to continue to love myself, so that the Goddess Awakening course, I'm feeling wonderful day by day and I'm glowing. My energy is glowing and I feel so beautiful. Yeah, it's on the Sensual Enlightenment Academy. Okay, gorgeous women. Let's do this. Naomi is saying, love you for doing this, Fanya. I love you too, Naomi. I love all of yous. I love all of yous. This is all about being able to experience more love in our lives, you know? Alrighty. All right. So we know that, right? Let's begin this beautiful. Let me just check one more time. I just feel like am I missing anything? Right. Okay. Whew. Right. What am I doing? I'm going to do an amazing sensual enlightenment awakening and energy clearing, so that you can experience how your body wakes up to experience more love, how your body can start to glow to magnetize more love into your life, and just how you can stand stronger as a woman. Because, you know, I move beyond masculine and feminine stuff, and I move beyond, you know, the feminist stuff. I just think we're really magical, gorgeous beings, and we haven't learned to tap into the magic of ourselves. And once we do, that's when the great shifts happen in our lives. So I want to take you on this journey. So I'd ask you to begin by just moving your body, like just moving your body in celebration, like just the acknowledgement that I am this amazing, gorgeous woman. I'm sensual, I'm alive, I'm fabulous. I want you to touch all the curves on your body, because your body is the most extraordinary vessel in this universe. Extraordinary, extraordinary vessel. And I invite you to just run your hands all over yourself, your being, get in touch with your magnificent self. Know who you are from head to toe. Yes, I am here. I am a sacred being, and I just invite you to wash yourself with beautiful divine energy, cleansing who you are, claiming yourself as this gorgeous, sacred being, this priestess, this oracle, this amazing lover, this queen, this goddess, this amazing woman who is choosing right here, right now, to love herself more than anybody else can. And I invite you to put your hands into prayer. You can keep moving your body if you like, because mine's still moving. And just choosing right here, right now, to love yourself more than anybody else can, to love yourself more than anybody else can. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And in that acknowledgement of you choosing to love yourself more than anybody else can, you choose to be your own soulmate. So you can make that vow, that oath, that I choose to be my own soulmate above and beyond anybody else. And in that, you raise your status. You raise yourself to a whole new level. So I invite you to become your own soulmate and raise yourself to a whole new level. Beautiful. And then I invite you to activate your sexual energy. So I just want you to do some beautiful pelvic rotations. So you're just rotating the pelvis. And as you do, you're waking up your sexual energy. So you might want to use touch to wake up your sexual energy, like touching your hips or your sexual palace or your yoni or your breasts. But I just invite you just to activate your sexual energy, like let it exist. And as you do, I want you to breathe in, like breathe in through your yoni, your vagina, and breathe all the way in up to your heart. And then I want you to exhale out of your heart. You're going to inhale, squeeze your intimate muscles, collecting all your sexual energy, pump it all the way up to your heart, exhaling, and let it out of your heart. Good. You're going to inhale all this beautiful sexual energy up to your heart. Exhaling it out of your heart. Beautiful. And again, inhaling this gorgeous sexual energy up to your heart, exhaling it out of your heart. And I just invite you to inhale, squeeze, and just send your sexual energy up through your body. Like send it up, your sexual energy to flower out the top of your head. You can use your arms, inhaling, squeezing, pulling it up through you, letting it out of your arms. Like just let your sexual energy be free to move through you. You might want to stand up, but you're just guiding it up, and you can use breath. So inhaling, and on the exhale, let it flower through your body. Inhaling, flowering it through your body. So your sexual energy, remember, you've got erogenous zones all over your body. It can flower through you, flower through your ears. That's why you can have orgasms out of your ears. And I've had that. You can have orgasms everywhere. Just let this energy flower out of you. It's like you're this beautiful exotic jungle with all these flowers popping out everywhere, flowers at your breasts and nipples, as your sexual energy has the freedom to move through you. And the next alignment I invite you to move into is you're going to allow the sexual energy inside of you meeting the love that's inside of you. So if you like, you can visualize all the cells in your body waking up with love. So you can feel all this bright light, loving energy waking up there. You can feel the sexual energy. And I like to see my sexual energy as this kind of fiery fuchsia energy, but you might see it as something else, connecting to the love inside of you. So can we allow your sexual energy and the love inside of you to meet, to unite, to connect, to form, to be one with this energy, and just smile as it all unites. And you might feel things popping and fizzing and smiling. So just let all your cells smile as your sexual energy and the love inside of you unite. It's like your sexual energy on some level is like the male force, entering into the love, you know? So it's that moment of receiving your sexual energy into all your cells. It's that moment where man and woman or two lovers make love, you know, that polarity, and your love receives the sexual energy and orgasms in response. So I just invite you to let your sexual energy move through you. Let it meet all the love inside of you and just visualize it all popping and fizzing and just having a joyful, vibrant experience. And as that happens, smile, because smiling's good. You might just feel things really starting to wake up. And you know, when the sexual energy, you know, touches the love inside of you and it gives this beautiful orgasmic response, and it can get more and more intense as you keep practicing it, right? You're letting the deeper part of you come forward. You're letting your inner beauty become your outer radiance. It's allowing, your sexual energy gives you this strength so that you can be all of who you are here. Sexual energy gives strength to your mind and your heart and your body so that all of you can exist. So I just invite you to visualize your sexual energy going through every single cell in your body, finding you, your love, remember, finding your energy and just being touching it, igniting it, so that that part within you can just burst out and shine out and be like, here I am, and just fill up the room with all of who you are. I invite all of you to be here, right now. All of you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. Smiling, moving, keep allowing this. You can touch your hair, you can touch your face. Good. Good, 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 good. Right. So now that you're your own soulmate, your sexual energy is a sacred force, you're allowing all of yourself to exist here as a powerful woman who is no longer a victim of her life, a powerful woman that is choosing to keep letting the lotus, herself as a lotus, keep rising and blossoming, rising and blossoming, rising and blossoming. So I invite you to do this movement. Inhale, squeeze, let your sexual energy rise, and then you blossom. Your sexual energy moves through you, it rises all the way up to your head, and you blossom. Your sexual energy moves all the way through you, it rises out of you, and you just blossom. And I just want you to inhale, rise, exhale, blossom, inhale, rise, exhale, blossom, inhale, rise, exhale, blossom, and smile as you're doing this, and just let your energy move through you. And what you'll begin to feel is that your auric field gets bigger and stronger. You're going to feel like you've got more presence, more magnetism, more joy to give to this world. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you can place your hands on your heart and just acknowledge yourself as this empowered, gorgeous, magnetic woman, divine goddess, queen. Just hold that alignment. And you know, when you come from that alignment, then you can move into the energy of allowing lovers, people to come into your life to teach you the experience of love so that you can have deeper exchange with people, so that you can welcome people that are of your caliber into your life, so that you've got the awareness and the intuition and the self-power to let go of people that aren't of the right caliber, or to not dive into relationships that are good for you. So can I, gorgeous, beautiful, divine, sensual queen, I invite you just to let love come into your life. I invite you to welcome love to come in all their forms, whether it's a soulmate with your child, with your partner, with a lover, with a friend. I invite you just to welcome love into your life so that you can master love. And, you know, a woman who is in love is a very beautiful woman. So I just invite you to let all the different soulmate experiences that you need to evolve to come into your life right now. And, you know, and sometimes people come in for a day and they evolve you, you know, sometimes they come in for 2 months and they evolve you, you know, and we have multiple soulmate experiences. And to me, I'm a woman of love and I love having many different soulmate experiences in whatever form they're in. Do you know, this is what brings me so much joy. I can flirt with the bus driver and have a great bus journey. I can flirt with the dog. It doesn't matter, but that's the love exchange where the divine within me meets the divine within another being, another person. And that's a very tantric experience, to allow the divine love to be experienced in the world around you. That's how you have a dynamic love affair of life. So I invite you right now to welcome love in all its forms to come and meet and find you, so that you can spiritually grow. Let you welcome love in all its highest forms to come and show you how you can more easily, more gracefully, more powerfully move into love. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I just feel like all this love coming from all corners of the universe into you. So you're going to feel love streaming into you, like love, love, love into all your cells. So all your cells open up in your body. You've got billions of cells, and there's billions of ways that love can come in. And I just want you to let all your cells drink in all that love that's coming from all different directions. Beautiful. Drink it in and smile. Drink it in. Drink all that love into your yoni. Like, practice drinking love into your yoni, into your womb space. Practice drinking love into all your cells. Practice letting your nipples open up and drink love into them. Your throat opens up and drinks love into them. I just invite you to just drink in love, infinite love into your being. And as it goes into you, your sexual energy ignites it even more, if your sexual energy gets bigger and bigger inside, you can take on more and more love. Just drink in all this love so that you feel so full, so complete, so whole inside yourself, that you remember why you're your own soulmate to begin with, and you remember why it's important to let the entire universe make love to you. Now, that, gorgeous people, women, is also saying that you're a wise woman and you know the areas where you don't need to accept love from, okay? Not everything is a loving experience. Let's be clear about that. But as you master yourself, you're going to master life and where you choose to attract and in exchange with, okay? And that keeps moving you up to a higher plane, a higher plane, a higher plane of reality. So just drinking in lots of love, right? I want you to practice. We're going to practice some sensually enlightening lovemaking experiences. So I want to get you to practice with love itself, okay? So you might have a partner, you might not have a partner. It doesn't really matter. But I want you to practice with love itself. So I want you to feel the great field of love around you. And I want you to use your beautiful yoni, which is like a flower, to drink love into it. So you're going to squeeze your intimate muscles and drink love into you. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. So you're going to inhale love. You're going to drink love into your yoni, and you can go into whatever position makes you feel comfortable. I want you to bring that love all the way up to your heart, and you're going to exhale that love out of your heart. Good. You're going to inhale, drink love into your yoni. Drink it in like masses of love. Drink it all the way up to your heart. Exhale. You can visualize your heart open like a flower, if you like. Inhale, squeeze, drinking in love. I want your yoni to get bigger. Like, imagine your yoni getting, I don't know, bigger and bigger, like this gorgeous big flower, and it drinks in even more love. So let your yoni get energetically bigger and drink in more love. You can take more love, drink it in, squeeze it in through your yoni into your sexual palace. Let that love fill up your sexual palace, smiling. And then on the exhale, you can send that love anywhere in your body. You could send that love up to your nipples, up to your breasts, out of your ears, out of your head, whatever works. All right. Your yoni, your vagina gets even bigger, and it drinks in more love. Drink it in. Drink more love into your beautiful, beautiful sexual palace. Drink it in, squeezing your muscles. It's like a beautiful, it's like you're sucking in love, you're eating it, you're whatever you want to call it. Drink it through. Beautiful. And in to your beautiful sexual palace. And then all the way up to your heart. Exhaling out of your heart. And again, your yoni getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Maybe it feels like it's as big as the universe because you are a goddess after all. Your yoni can get as big as the universe. And you're going to drink in all the love of the universe into you and all the starlight. Like let all that starlight come into your yoni, your sexual palace. Drink it in, exhale it. And then you can let it blossom anywhere it wants to go through your body. Just let that release take place. You might want to send all that light up to your face. It's very good for anti-aging. Through your fingers, your toes, and again, drinking it in, all that love and that starlight in the universe. Keep moving your body, letting it move through you. And again, inhaling, filling up your sexual palace, smiling. And then when you're ready, you can exhale and let it blossom out your fingers. Good. Beautiful. And just doing whatever you want to do in your own way now. You might want to keep drinking in all that energy. You might want to keep letting the energy blossom through you. You might want to move. You might just want to feel beautiful. Gorgeous. And it's all about being made love to on this very special day. Made love to by the entire universe. So one more time, opening yourself up so wide to gather more love, more starlight, and you're just going to feel love like these beautiful waves of energy coming into you. And I want you to ride the beautiful orgasmic waves of love. Let it ripple through you, drink it through your beautiful yoni, your vagina, let it ripple through your body. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I make some nice sounds. And smile. Beautiful. And gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And just letting yourself be washed in all this beautiful, gorgeous energy. Smiling, letting all your cells smile. You're just going to be feeling fed, nourished, nurtured. Letting everything settle, moving through. You might feel your energy still moving through your body. That's beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Letting it keep ripple through, letting it keep rippling through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. And you can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb space, or over your yoni, whatever you like. And just feel grateful for this amazing, magical female body that you live in. That it has the ability to fall deeper and deeper and deeper into love, to be made love to by the universe, and feel super beautiful from inside out. Gorgeous. So gorgeous. Give yourself a shake and a shimmy. Good. And knowing that you can come and do this at any time, it's just a little taster, but what it's doing is it's helping you to recircuit your body and your being so that you can have more of these experiences spontaneously, which is a really beautiful thing to have. A really beautiful thing to have. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? And this journey into women's work is so precious. I really believe it's something that us women really need to start to embrace, really, really start to embrace. And, that's why I have online courses. That's why I have retreats. That's why I really value this work, because it is such a key to a woman and her vitality and her strength in her life. And it's so simple and easy to do, but it's a very profound journey. Once you can move more and more into it, it gets very profound, very enlightening, very awakening, very orgasmic. The more you develop these, more intuitive, more connected, more guided, more aligned, more receptive, it helps on so many levels. So I invite you to keep diving deeper into this work. And there's always stuff going on around for you to go dive deeper. Get the book. I'm going to do some practitioner training soon for this. I might even do some teacher training for this. So this is all in the pipeline so that you can not only upgrade yourself, but help other women and earn money from it to upgrade as well. So that can be